Hey, Richard Cole. Rich is talking. Thought I'd talk today about the various legal cases that Trump's been involved with. First of all, when the Supreme Court came out with the immunity ruling, that I think knocks out the one down in Florida where he had documents and at Mar-a-Lago. That's my view. Also, January 6th in causing that riot, that was done while he was in office. Although, did he really cause the riot? He said to go up there peacefully. I don't know if that's causing a riot. So that knocked those out. The one in Georgia, which was a state crime, that one is all gone to hell and probably what will never happen. In my view, again, all these things are in my view. But let's go to New York cases. Before I said there were two cases in New York. Actually, there were three of them. I forgot about the E. Jean Carroll case. That's the one where Trump was accused of rape, sexual abuse, and so forth. According to her book, the way it happened, 20 years before she brought these accusations, 20 years, she walked into Bergdorf Goodman, one of the top department stores in New York. It was the middle of the day. She runs into Donald Trump. And he said, "Oh, don't I know you? Aren't you that gossip columnist or something like that?" And she said, "Oh, yes, I am." And so they talked a bit about it. He said, "I'm here to buy some lingerie. Would you help me out?" She said, "Okay." And then he picked some out. And he said, "Would you mind trying it on?" And she laughed it off. And then she followed him into the fitting room or the changing room, and that's where Trump started grabbing her, and she said attempted to rape her or rape her. This is all her words, by the way. I'm telling you what she said in her book that occurred. Just think how kind of stupid this is. Trump meets a woman in the middle of the day in one of the most prominent department stores in New York City, talks this woman into coming into the dressing room. If a woman goes into a dressing room with a guy, she's sending a message that she's ready for something. So he talks her into coming in there, and then what happened while he was trying to do these things to her? Did she whisper, "Help, help, help," because she didn't want to disturb this wonderful store? The whole thing just doesn't hold up to me. Yet, it came to New York court, and again, as I've said before, New York juries, New York judges, they hate Trump. It's 99% or 90% Democrat in New York, and he doesn't stand a chance at all. So he lost that, had to pay $8 million, but they didn't accuse him, or they didn't find him guilty of rape. So you people out there say, he's a rapist, he's not a rapist. All right, that's that one. The other one, the big one, which I thought was the weakest one, was the one where he was found guilty of 34 felony counts. There it is right there, 34 felony counts. It says here that the jury said they unanimously agreed that Trump falsified business records to conceal a $130,000 hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels. They're saying a payment, right? But how did they get 34 counts? Did you bother looking at it? I did. Here's count number one. It's an invoice from Michael Cohen marked as a record of the Donald J. Trump Revocable Trust. Count number two, an entry in the detailed general ledger for the same thing. Count number three, entry in the detailed general ledger. Count number four, a check and a check stub with Donald J. Trump's name on it. 34 times these little bitty things. They call those a count, a felony count, they call them. What if it was just one of them? What if they had found him guilty of one of them? They said you could go to jail for having an invoice from Michael Cohen marked as a record of Donald J. Trump. I mean, it's really, to me, kind of dumb. But it went, and he was found guilty. I thought this thing could easily be overturned. I wondered why all these are always misdemeanors and not felonies. And so I did a lot of studying on it, and the way that this Bragg is the prosecutor, the way he got it to be a federal crime and a felony is it's against the election laws if you tamper with the election, you do anything to tamper with the election. And what they maintained was he paid this money so this woman would shut up and it wouldn't get out while he was running for president. And they said that's tampering with the election law, and therefore it's a federal crime. That's how he got there. From what I read, the chances of that being appealed isn't so good. I did before think it would be. I'm not feeling as good about it now. So the judge can throw him in jail, and I've been reading all the different things that could happen. I don't know can you imagine if they put him in jail? I just can't imagine. That makes us look like a really, really third world country. It's all up to the judge, whatever he wants to do. Trump wasn't smart as usual. He badmouthed the judge all through this thing. And he never can keep his mouth shut. He's his own worst enemy. So that's where that stands. He's got that one. The other case in New York is the one where he was found guilty of overvaluing his properties to get good terms on a loan from a bank. That one is, to me, really dumb. And I think that one can be overturned because there's no crime about overvaluing your property. You're guessing what the property is. And the bank, anyway, comes in and does their own appraisal. So they loan based on what their appraisal is, not what the borrower's appraisal is. So that bank, the Deutsche Bank, loaned him the money, and then he eventually paid the loan off. So they accused him of fraud, but fraud means someone's going to be hurt financially, and no one was hurt financially. So that's where those two stand. I'm a little concerned about the polls. I'm sure you've been watching them. Harris can't understand it. She was on nothing before. They thought, oh my God, she's just an empty suit, and she can't talk. And now they think she's the greatest thing out there. All the media, except the conservative media, think that she is so great. She's gotten a bump out of this because compared to Biden, she sounds good. Anybody would sound good compared to Biden. So she's running. The convention's coming up. She'll probably get a bump from that. She has not given an interview, has one, she said, scheduled, or trying to schedule one for the end of August. Whether she does or doesn't, who knows? She's going to try to do what Biden did, and just hang out in the basement, look out the window once in a while. And will the Democrats vote for her based on that? Yeah, they will. They don't seem to care what she stands for. So anyway, that's my thoughts for today. I'd like to hear from you. If you have any comments about this, I look forward to it. Thanks.